What? Did Lou Elizondo just say he wanted to obliterate ufology? Oh my god. What is going on? What did Lou say? Let's get into it. Before we get too far into it, please hit like, please subscribe. Of course, welcome to Cosmic Road, where I discuss UFOs and the paranormal. Welcome to the channel. Please hit subscribe so you can be notified of future videos, and like, of course, and comment below as I'm talking, and let me know what you think. Okay, let's get into it. What did Lou say about ufology?
What I do have a problem with is drama and artificial drama, and I don't have time or patience for that. It's a distraction to this community. It's what's been holding this community back for so long. It's why I don't participate in it. That's why I'm not a ufologist or to ufology, because they eat their own. They are not interested in the truth. They're only interested in their own narrative, and that's why. And I'll tell you right now, I'm going to piss a lot of people off. So if you're a hater, then you're really going to hate me, which is probably a good thing. I want to obliterate ufology as we know it. I want to destroy it. I want to crumple it up and burn it and rip it into 1,000 pieces and put it through the shredder. And hopefully what comes out of it is something much more scientifically focused and rational. This is why we have people like Avi Loeb working so hard and so diligently, because what we need is the scientific community, the academic community, the technology communities to step up and have the conversation. The Elon Musks of the world, whether you like them or not, people who've revolutionized technology in certain ways, and the scientific community, like Avi Loeb coming out and speculating that Umamura might be actually some sort of interstellar probe, right? This is a guy who's very, very serious and works at none other than Harvard, and comes out with this idea, and he don't really, try to suppress him for it. And let's not forget, every concept in science that we hold near and dear and true to our heart started off as someone's zany concept at one point, someone's zany idea, and it turned out to be correct. So, let's try to do our best to look at this topic objectively. And if I could reinvent ufology, I would, because I don't like where it is. There's a lot of really good people. I had the honor and privilege to work with some really good people, actually, on UFO Twitter, U.A.P. Twitter, who are very rational minded and just want the truth. But then you've got this other sect of people, this subsect of people, who have this weird pride and ego thing going on, where it's all about them, and they think the conversation should be about them, right? And what they think. Well, no, it shouldn't. It has nothing to do about you or what you think. It has to do with us, all of us collectively together as a society. And if you are against that, then you know what? Maybe I'm kind of glad you're a hater of mine, because if you actually liked me, then maybe I'm doing something wrong.
Whoa, okay, so those are some pretty explosive words from Lou. He wants to obliterate and reform ufology. Of course, he talks a lot about people's egos and how that is affecting things, and I think it's pretty clear from the context that he's probably thinking about Dr. Stephen Greer and the like. Of course, he's had a lot of conflict with Greer, or rather, Greer has had a lot of conflict with him. Dr. Stephen Greer has smeared Lou every chance he gets. There's a big thing going on between those two. Mainly, it's a lot of venom from Greer and a lot of annoyance from Lou, and not liking being smeared all the time. And he never names Greer. He will never use Greer's name, but he clearly does not like the treatment that Greer has given him. And no wonder. Greer has been pretty abysmal toward Lou, TTSA, and the whole modern disclosure movement. Which is a shame, because Greer was an ally of disclosure for a long time, and I think that's really the problem. Stephen Greer wanted to lead the disclosure effort, and then Lou outshone him, and Greer has never been able to take it. I would take Greer more seriously if he were not so obviously lying about a lot of things. For example, alien abductions. He says there are no alien abductions. And somebody with as much knowledge as he has, who has actually briefed presidents before, knows better than that. So either he has allowed himself to be brainwashed by his own poison, or he is flat out lying, or there's some other motive or something else going on. I have said only half jokingly that I think Greer might be an alien human hybrid, and I think that the odds are pretty good, pretty good. So why is he an alien apologist lying on behalf of the beings? Because if you have done much research into ufology, you will know that there are such things as abductions. And they're not all negative either. So, but anyway, so I think that is who Lou is talking about, and he's not wrong. That there's a lot of egos going on, a lot of people pursuing their own ends. He also talks about Avi Loeb. If you don't know, Avi Loeb is the Harvard professor leading the Galileo Project, which is the first big mainstream scientific endeavor. I think it's going to be funded. I think now it has $2 million, but it's trying to get $20 million. It has a whole bunch of scientists. This is a Harvard team trying to investigate UFOs. So that's a pretty big deal. Now, Avi Loeb is really excited by the asteroid or whatever it was, Oumuamua, if I'm saying that right. And, I'm not that excited about it. Maybe it was a UFO, maybe it wasn't. It did do some weird things. Definitely interesting. But he is very galvanized by Oumuamua. And, I'm much more galvanized by what's going on in our own atmosphere, in our seas, and our planet, and all of that kind of stuff. But, whatever works. And I'm very happy that the mainstream community, the mainstream scientific community, is getting involved. And I think that is terrific. Now, there's no need to trash ufology in general. We wouldn't be here and having this conversation without mainstream ufology steadily eroding at the brainwashing that the government and the establishment has put out over the years. And people like Stephen Greer have actually helped in that. Like I said, he has actually briefed presidents before. So, anyway, it's a shame there's such a division in the community. And Greer really has no one to blame but himself and whatever weird agenda, whatever weird pro-alien agenda he has. Now, that's not to say you should have an anti-alien agenda at all. If they wanted to take over, I'm sure they could have taken over. So, but to deny what is going on, like people being abducted, is just a lie. Unless he has actually convinced himself of that, which is hard to believe as clued in as he is. But anyway, so that was really interesting thoughts from Lou to explode or destroy ufology and to reform it into something more scientific. And he's, pointing the way, saying that Avi Loeb of the Galileo Project at Harvard is pointing the way to that. Now, that's the way toward mainstream scientific investigation. That's not the way for ufology in general, as far as the common person that is not a Harvard professor leading a Harvard team goes. So, I disagree with Lou on that. I think that, just look at alien abductions and all the personal interactions that individuals, non-government, non-Harvard individuals have had with the phenomenon. The phenomenon is very happy to interact with individuals. It does not require the government. It does not require Harvard. So that doesn't, so I do disagree with Lou on that. There's nothing stopping normal people from going out and trying to figure out what is going on and to interact with it and to learn from it and grow from it if possible. So anyway, those are my thoughts on it, but very interesting with regarding Lou, and I do agree about Greer and some of the egos involved, and there's a lot of there's a lot of craziness out there, but whatever. Anyway, that's my thoughts for the moment. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please give it a big thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. Also, hit the subscribe button and the bell next to it to be notified of future videos. Comment below, let me know what you think about what Lou said and the whole drama between him and Greer, which apparently is still ongoing. And what do you think about Oumuamua? Are you as excited about it as Avi Loeb and Lou? Or are you more like me and you're kind of more interested in the tic tac and what's going on here? Anyway, let me know in the comments below. Until next time, Cosmic Road out.